is a special educational needs reforms explainer video. Loads of parents know how much these changes are needed, but are understandably apprehensive about changes. So here's a longer than usual explainer. First up, this week's announcements are a white paper with a 12-week consultation period ahead. So please tell me your views. And this is it. Here's the white paper, Every Child Achieving and Thriving. Proposed special educational needs and disabilities reforms are a major decade-long overhaul of the broken system that we have in England. The reforms aim to shift from a high-conflict, legalistic system to a more proactive, inclusive approach that focuses on early intervention and supporting children within mainstream schools. These are not yet law, so existing legal rights to EHCPs remain in force during this period. The reforms are built on 5 core principles aimed at fostering a more consistent and sustainable system. The first principle is this: early, intervening sooner to prevent needs from escalating. It's local, ensuring children can learn in mainstream settings close to home. They're fair, providing consistent, well-resourced support across all schools, and effective, using evidence-based practices to improve outcomes, and shared, ensuring education, health and care services work together. So the key changes are: 1, an introduction of individual support plans, ISPs. The government is proposing new digital individual support plans for every child with SEND to give families a clear, documented, enforceable right to support, even if they don't have an EHCP. These will be used for children receiving SEN support in mainstream settings, outlining specific day-to-day interventions. Both parents and teachers will have access to this digitised plan. EHCPs are not being scrapped. They will remain for children with the most complex needs, but they will be digitised and made more consistent. The government has pledged that no child will lose needed support, with strong transitional protections for families, and children currently in year 3 or older will not be moved from an EHCP to an ISP unless the family chooses to do so. Mainstream inclusion, experts at hand. These are going to be a one education system rather than 2 parallel systems, mainstream versus special, aiming to support children in local schools. Experts at hand is a near 1.8 billion service through 3 years that includes banks of specialists such as educational psychologists and speech therapists directly linked to schools, reducing the need for full EHCP plan for specialist help. There will also be inclusion hubs. This is the development of dedicated specialist spaces within mainstream secondary schools, all secondary schools, for targeted support. There will be funding for workforce and training, a £200 million investment to provide mandatory evidence-based SEND training for all early years, school and college staff. And the role of SENCOs, Special Educational Needs Coordinators, will be strengthened so that they can lead provision effectively. So what will it cost? Increased investment, a £7 billion increase in funding by 28 to 29 compared to 25 to 26. The government intends to manage future SEND cost pressures centrally from 28 to 29, reducing the burden on local councillors. And the Children's Commissioner will be given a new remit to provide independent oversight of the reforms. So what does this mean for families and schools? Well, for parents, the aim is to reduce the need for battles with local authorities by providing earlier, consistent local support. And for schools, increased responsibility to deliver high quality support through better training and better resources. And when's it happening? While improvements are expected early, this is a decade-long programme with major changes to EHCPs not expected before September 2030. There will be time that this will roll out. I hope this has been helpful to understand some of it. Please see the links on my website. Please write to me with your ideas and views on this white paper. I hope that this will provide the much needed overhaul to the system. This is not just tinkering around the edges. This is real change that I've been campaigning for years and years. And thank you to everyone who's worked with me, to all our local schools, to teachers, to parents who have provided information that I have been feeding in throughout this process I can see it has been listened to. Thank you all very much.